In this favorite figures video, I want to talk about another favorite from the Armada line. This time, it's Cyclonus. Getting right to it, Cyclonus' helicopter mode is one of my favorite things about him. You have the classic gimmick of being able to pull the trigger and making the rotor blade spin. It's very well done, very satisfying. But what makes this mode more interesting is the Micron, who's normally a tank but can transform into a cockpit extension for the front of the helicopter. So you can actually open the front of Cyclonus' normal cockpit, add his Micron on, and then when you pull the trigger, the gun on his Micron actually moves left and right as his rotor blades spin. So it's a really interesting integrated Micron power links feature, much more unique and integrated than most of the other power links features in the Armada line, and that is really cool. But Cyclonus can not only uniquely power link with his own Minicon, he can also do this with the entire Destruction Minicon team, who are a great set of Minicons in and of themselves, but they can also pair onto Cyclonus' helicopter mode and have a similar gimmick where when you pull the trigger, the drill or the saw or the turrets move as his rotor blades move. It's another really cool and really unique power linking gimmick that's a lot of fun, even if it doesn't make much sense for a drill to be sticking out the front of the helicopter. It's a lot of fun and it looks cool. But not only can they can attach at the same time as his regular Minicon, so you can have this really wild and crazy looking helicopter mode with two Minicons on the front. But not only does he have both of these gimmicks, he has firing missiles on both the left and right side of the helicopter, where you can plug in more Minicons to make those missiles fire, and of course have those Minicons add extra firepower at that spot on the helicopter mode. For an Armada figure, he's definitely pretty posable. He's got some knees, a bit of a waist joint, some nice elbows, even some shoulder joints that don't really stay in place. He has kind of a neck in terms of him being able to look up and down because of his transformation. The only thing he really can't do is turn his head left and right, and he could use some thigh joints and ankles as well. But for Armada, he's got a lot of posability, so that helps make this figure one of my favorites as well. He also still, of course, has firing missiles that will fire if you attach a Minicon, and it's a cool detail that his arm has slightly different sculpting on each side, as well as a slightly different sculpted missile. I think that's a nice detail. And despite having two Minicon ports that activate firing missiles, as well as two other unique separate Minicon attachments in vehicle mode, he has yet two more Minicon ports that activate more gimmicks, and that is some leg guns. And there you have it. Just like Armada Red Alert, this mold is one of my favorites because of just how many gimmicks it's able to pack in, despite looking pretty good, having some decent posability, not being a total brick unlike some other Armada figures, and it's just a lot of fun to play with. Even though he's not totally posable and some might say he doesn't hold up well, I think he's a very fun toy in the Armada line, definitely unique in terms of his Minicon functions and just how much he's able to pack in. He comes in some other nice colors as well, including Cybertron Buzzsaw, who I don't have here. So if you're looking for a fun Armada toy, a nice helicopter transformer, something that has fun Minicon gimmicks, definitely check out Armada Cyclonus. He's one of my favorite figures.